Hey guys, Frostline here, and welcome to another video. In this video, we are going to be checking out the previous war, and just kind of the highlights of it. So, the outcome of the war is going to be shown to you in a few seconds. You can kind of guess what you want now, but it'll be shown in 3, 2, 1. We won. Okay, so, honestly, even if we had lost, I think I would have still been satisfied. Just kind of, I'll explain it as we show some of the replays, just because it's easier to show than say. But we can view the map right here, and we'll start out showing the heroic things. So the most heroic defense was actually by me. It wasn't really heroic by me, it was more just dumb by my opponent, but it actually almost ended up winning us the war, but we ended up pulling off more stars than we had expected to. So, yeah. He starts out with the Queen Walk, which is good, but he doesn't seem to do it very well. He doesn't really, he uses the Queen to, charge in and make the entire funnel, not just one side. And because of that, all of his troops just kind of go around and do whatever they want to do. I mean, he doesn't even take out the clan castle or anything important. So, this was not a very good attack here, and I think, yeah, see, he uses a rage and his queen's ability at the same time, which is kind of a waste, honestly. So, oh, here comes the, so his queen dies to the clan castle because her ability is no longer here, places a rage, that's 100% pointless. He puts in his golems, almost for desperation, but kind of just because that's the next phase of the attack. He puts in his wizards, to kind of take out the clan castle troops, and his Valkyries go, completely the wrong way, because he didn't establish both sides of the funnel. All he did was clear a bunch of stuff out in the middle right there. So, his Valkyries are going way off to the side. All he has is 2 golems on the inside, so that's not going to do any help. The Valkyries decide to go in, finally. But that's only because the queen's attacking them. And by that point, a lot of them are dead. So, you can see it's not going super well for him. And there goes a giant bomb. It's just not going to work out. So, actually, he ends up getting 49%. And considering how bad he did, I'm surprised he got to that percent. It was kind of lucky that the Valkyries got back in. But it's kind of funny, because it actually was very close to not, it was very, both of these buildings were almost getting destroyed, but because they didn't, he did not win, and that was really close. Wait, where were the Tesla? Okay, so the Teslas and Town Hall were fine. But yeah, that was kind of a bad attack by them. Why do I keep on clicking war events? Anyway, what's funny is they don't even have a most heroic defense. So now we can go to most heroic attack. And it was actually my 3rd account. I don't really feel like it was heroic just because Ice Wizards from the Christmas update of 2016 are just so overpowered at Town Hall 6. They're so strong. But yeah, I decided, once I tried them in multiplayer battles, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is definitely going to be a powerful thing in war. So I decided, let's just take, archers to kill the clan castle, and then just use, ice wizards and, say, hog riders to just do everything else. So, that's kind of what I did. I just dropped the heal spell just in the beginning, just so that nothing bad happened. I used the healers because, it works well because the healers can keep them alive, or at least, sort of. I mean, that group not, but, But see, a healer comes to help them. So, I dropped the heal spell while they were taking out the air defenses because the healers couldn't come at that point. And actually, only one of our hog riders ended up dying, which is kind of funny. But, yeah. We kind of start using our remaining archers to kind of get the edges to help to clean up and get the last percentages. But yeah, the cannon goes down, and at this point it's all over. We're just kind of getting the rest of the stuff done. So as you can see, I wasn't even close. It's because the Ice Wizards are so strong, honestly. But yep, That was our most heroic attack and defense. So let's just show their... Oh, I keep on clicking more events. Okay, anyway, let's just see their most heroic attack. I honestly have not seen it. Oh yeah, it was over. Yeah, okay. Honestly, this was not very heroic at all. I mean, it was 8 versus 7, but honestly, their 8 is more powerful than our 7. I mean, honestly, I don't even think our, number 7 has dragons yet, so he's pretty low level when it comes to Town Hall 7. He has his defenses semi-upgraded, except for the air defenses, but he doesn't have the, he doesn't have other things upgraded, like his troops or walls, and I'm not saying his base design's all that great, but, it is what it is. But yeah, he kind of just ends up coming through and kind of just wiping us out. But I mean, he's kind of expected. All dragons, when there's only one air defense to deal with, you can expect it to be a pretty easy 3-star. So now he's just kind of cleaning up. One more army camp right there, and it's over. So yeah, those were the heroic attacks and defenses there. So now we can start looking at the other attacks. I feel like the one against me was the only important one to see, just because it was so close to 49. But yeah, let's start off as my attack against their number 1. It ended up being a 76% 2-star, but if I had done a couple things, I could have 3-starred it. And keep in mind, this is the first time that I've used air attacks against in war. So I'm not very experienced in war with air attacks. So bear with me. This, could be better if I were more experienced. So I let my wizard get the army camp. Then I used my golems and get kind of the spread of wizards. You kind of started it like a go wipe, just kind of establishing a funnel. So I used my Valkyries. It was a little bit iffy for my Valkyries that they might go for the gold storage and keep going, but I kind of had a feeling that it would be better. Now with the clan castle, you can see there's a jump spell about to go down. I would have placed it right on that, right on the, what's it called, expo, so that the whole area could be gotten. But I had, in my head, thought that was a poison, because the clan castles were there. So I kind of misclicked there. So that's one of the reasons, because if it were over the expo, I honestly think my queen would have gotten that air defense. Because I want them to get both air defenses, the queen and the clan castle. They got the clan castle, that air defense, and the queen, but they didn't get the one down at the bottom. And, and another fail. I meant to place my wall breakers, but I placed 2 balloons, so that also cost me, but, it wasn't extremely crucial, but it definitely made a difference, because, 2 balloons is a fair amount of firepower. So, because all my troops jump up top, you'll see, they're all jumping up top, then you can see they're not going, they're not going anywhere towards the air defense. And notice, if they had, I feel like if it were not there, then they would not have jumped up to that cannon. So, Anyway, so that kind of ends the... I know they're not going to get that air defense, so I just start the air portion. I start the lava hounds and the balloons, and notice my queen over on the left. She almost dies, but I end up popping her ability just in time. So I use the rage, and I use, the haste spells, and it kind of goes well, but I would say one flaw that I made is I should have only brought 1 golem, and I should have brought a 3rd lava hound, because notice, I still have a full-size golem here, and I could have used that golem as a lava hound, and been a better distraction for the balloons, especially since the air defense didn't go down. So, I would say the jump spell, and the not having 3 lava hounds instead of 2 golems, I definitely think that is what stopped this from being a 3-star, along with placing 2 balloons over here accidentally. Honestly, considering this is my first air attack in war, I'm quite satisfied, just considering, you can't expect to get a 3-star every time. Honestly, if you get upset over not getting a 3-star every attack in war, then you have an issue, So, we kind of just watch as the cleanup goes. The golem's just kind of sitting there, destroying that. But yeah, the queen ends up taking out the town hall and takes out the air defense a little late. But yeah, our king and got some minions and lava pups that are cleaning up. Pretty much everything's over by now. We're just waiting for our king to take out that bomb tower, and that's going to be it. So yeah, I would say that was not a bad raid. It could have been a 3-star, but I'm not disappointed that wasn't. Now we're going to move on to my second raid, which was a 100% 3-star, which is what I was going for. But I actually didn't use an air attack. I used GoHo, which I actually have been getting better at recently, but I'm just overall more experienced with it. But I've learned that it's actually best to spawn most to all of your hogs on one side of the base, so that, because I used to, spawn, 2 or 3 groups, but then there's so few in the group that they all just get picked off and die, plus only one of the groups will be tanked for by the golems and everything. So, I definitely think it's better to only have one main group, and just kind of, spread them out along one side of the base. I'll show you in a second, but here, I spread them out kind of there, and although they kind of merge a little bit faster than I kind of wish they had, but it works out. And we still got some Valkyries and our Queen and King. Everybody's still kind of going strong when it comes to the kill squad, but I decided, since there's a few important things down, I use the poison on the King, because poison dramatically, hugely decreases the attack speed of a troop. And, you could see how slow he swung his fist there. But, I mean, that's a huge decrease. I use my last heal spell when that giant bomb goes off. It's really nice that double giant bombs don't completely destroy hogs anymore. But, yeah, and that just about ends that raid. I used my last poison, just kind of out of random. And notice the Lava Hound still has not exploded yet into little lava pups, which means so far he has been 100% pointless for him. Because you want him to be a distraction and spawn lava pups to kill, defending wizards, attacking wizards or something. But nope, he's not doing that. He's just sitting there, picking on that golem, doing 12 damage per hit. You would think a lava orb would do more damage than 10 or 12, but I guess that's what they made him do. So, this was definitely nowhere near a close attack. We have, plenty of hogs, even while attacking that army camp on the barracks. We have an archer, 2 Valkyries, Queen, a full-sized golem. Our Queen has not used her ability, so I use it now. Lava Pup explodes, doesn't even do anything, so yeah. That was definitely a good attack by me, and I'm pretty proud of it, to be honest. So, now I can show you the ones from my 2 other accounts, which are Town Hall 7 and Town Hall 6. Let's start with the Town Hall 6, which is the third, which had the most heroic attack, but I'm showing you the first attack now. It was pretty similar, so I'll just I'll double time it, or at least through the clan castle anyway. So, honestly, this base was way under level for me, but I mean, since I'm the lowest level guy that is, I decided just to do it, just because, just because, it's so easy, and we can get, other base, because all of our lower level guys either don't have enough skill to do it, or aren't very, they're, what's it called? They're inactive, basically. They don't log on super often, so, let me get, Guardian of Clash. Okay, there. Was that the first? Yeah, that was the first attack. Okay, let's look at the first attack. Yes, my second account is called Guardian of Clash. But yeah, this place had 3 air defenses, so I wasn't sure what to do on a, all dragon, but I decided I can lightning down this one, and then I can use Hog Riders to take down this air defense here. It ended up being kind of close, but it worked out. So, we're taking it out, no problem, but I actually didn't think the dragon would get there until way after it was destroyed, but it ends up working out. So, I used my dragons to start a funnel going, and yeah, I used 3 there just to make sure that, Clan Castle Dragon gets taken down, because you never want to have a Clan Castle Dragon that wins a dragon on dragon battle and continues to eat other dragons. And of course, only one dragon gets hit by the freeze spell. Anyway, so this attack went pretty much perfectly according to plan. It kind of, took down 2 of the air defenses before my dragons were deployed. Once my dragons were deployed, the base was too low level to deal with it, So I just sent my king randomly, just to kind of, see what he could do. He's just kind of walking along, not really doing anything. But yeah, that just about ends this raid. Just a little bit of cleanup left. There were some builder huts in the corners. It was pretty safe. I mean, I think there was 30 seconds left by the end of the raid, which is a solid amount of time. But yeah, it is kind of annoying when there are builders huts and you don't notice. But yeah, that was the first raid. Now I can show you the second one. Where is it? There we go. It was another 3-star. But this one did not go quite according to plan. So, I lightninged this lower level one. The reason why I lightninged the lower level one is because, this one is easy to use hog riders on, because you can get the archer tower and the air defense. And that's all they're gonna go for. And then, this one just seems to more easily funnel the dragons in. Here, it's like in the core of the base. But, so, you can see I lightninged down the level 3, I believe it is. Yeah, I think it's level 3. So I used my hog riders, but there was a freeze trap and a Tesla. This is the one time that I've seen the freeze trap completely annihilate me and actually, affect how I handle a raid. Which is actually pretty nice, because I feel like, freeze traps should be pretty cool. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, now what to do? And so I decided I would establish, a really wide funnel to try to make all my dragons go in, to both air defenses. I was going to spread out my dragons, but I accidentally misclicked, and they all placed except for this one right here. But it ends up working out. But, it ends up being to where the Clan Castle comes out, and he kills one of my dragons, but they were already almost dead anyway. So, my other dragons end up taking it out. These dragons right here take out the air defense, and because the Clan Castle dragon came over, these dragons end up going over to this air defense and take it out, which is kind of nice. And after this air defense is down, I can see we have enough dragons left that this basically sealed the deal. All we have is an archer tower and a Tesla. It popped up right when I said Tesla. Anyway, he's like, what? Tesla? What about me? But yeah, the question is, will my king die? I honestly don't even remember. I think he does. But, actually, no he doesn't. Yep, he does. Yeah. Anyway, so by this point, you can know it's all over. We still got, over 5 dragons left. And not really a close call here. No buildings on the edges, so these 3 are all that's there. There we go. That does it for that attack. I would also like to mention our attempts on their number 3. This may end up being a longer video, but that's okay. So, first, our number 4 goes in to attack him, which, it goes well. It becomes a 2-star. It doesn't end up being a 3-star, but he didn't expect to get a 3-star, so he decided to just go for a solid go wipe, which will guarantee him a 2-star, and just leave it at that. Which actually is all we needed, because after this attack, it was, we were at 26, they were at 25, so we were gonna win, because, I think they're Chinese or something, I don't know, but they go to bed when we wake up, so we knew it was over, plus their number 6 was the only person who had attacks left, well, the highest level person who had attacks left, and they couldn't get any more stars. So it was solid that 25 was all they were gonna get. So anyway, I should probably be talking about the attack. See, it's going well, but because his Pekkas and King go off to the left, there's nothing tanking for the Wizards, Queen, and Witches, except for that Golem Knight, but he dies. So the wizards end up dying. A witch dies because the wizard tower one-shots the skeletons. So the cannon goes down but ends the wizard tower, but not before the queen and one witch go. So there's actually a lot of skeletons there going for it. Anyway, so over here, the king and the Pekkas are still going. But you can see the witches are doing what they can, but if they don't have any backup and there's only 2 of them, there's not a ton you can do. They're just out of range of the expo right now, but they're just about to get in as well, so, you know. Actually, wait, that expo can't hit, yeah, that expo can't hit the witch. Anyway, so they destroy the storage, and then they're gonna go down, but not before that builder's hut does. So now all that's left here has ended up being the P.E.K.K.A. and 2 barbarians on that gold storage. So the P.E.K.K.A. dies right there, and the barbarians just kind of like go there, run along, and kind of die. But yeah, so that was 2 stars. That's all we needed, and we knew that. But we still had one person who wanted to do their attacks, so they kind of did their attacks. One was a 71% 1-star. It didn't go according to plan. I'm not exactly sure even what happened. It just didn't go as well as we had all expected it to. So, you know, we'll show the second one, just because the first one, I'm not even sure how to describe what he did wrong. So anyway, let's get into the second one, which is funny because, we were actually, with each other, during the war, at the time near this war ending. So it was kind of funny because he knew, well, he didn't know, but he had his doubts on whether he could 3-star it or not. So he just kind of passed his device to me and said, go have at it. So that's what I did. I actually am using the exact same army composition as my attack against number 2. So yeah, I spread out my golems, established the funnel with wizards, again, similar to a go wipe. Use my wall breakers to break in, send my heroes in. I only want them to go in one side just because if I spread them out, then each side will be slightly less supported, and I kind of decided it would be good to have one solid, strong side. So that's what I did. A Lava Hound is again in the clan castle, which so far Lava Hounds have not been an issue for me in my attacks. So when that Valkyrie goes in, she starts taking fire from a lot of the defenses. So I take that as my cue to put in my Hog Riders. Because I'm like, okay, that's the perfect time. And I should have only trickled them in so the bomb tower's giant bomb did not, destroy them all. But it ended up working out because I could just easily use a heal spell right there. That was well placed because they were going to stay in it because they're not going to walk out. I almost forget my king's ability there. But I end up getting it, but it's kind of a waste, just because he was at so low health, he's gonna die before it wears off, which means it's kind of wasted in, the rage, and, the aura, and, just kind of waste. I poisoned the queen again to slow the attack speed, which is helpful. There's actually a lot of wizards backing up the Hog Riders and a Valkyrie, so the queen ends up doing her own thing, but she ends up almost killing herself, but thankfully, right when I pop the ability, is when the Hog Riders come in to save the day. But, yeah, I still have a couple wizards and the Valkyrie going strong there. That was my last heal spell right there, but really, that was the last one needed, because they're just about to take out everything else. And with the Hog's AI system, because they target defenses, when they're not targeting defenses, see, the regular AI of troops is when one allied troop gets attacked, then other allied troops will attack what is attacking it, if that makes sense. Hog Riders, they won't do that. They're just not, they're not coded to do that. But we still end up taking out the queen before we all die, so that's good. As you can see, still got 4 wizards. Yeah, 4 wizards. Still got 2 of our archers. 1 from the ability, 1 just was from my army. Got a Valkyrie. Plenty of Hog Riders. This wasn't close. Oh, wait, hang on. We have 3 archers. Because that makes a big deal. Anyway, but yeah, all that was left was the town hall. Kind of funny. What if we ran out of time? That would have been bad. That would have been, so sad. Anyway, but yeah, that about does it for this war. We ended up getting 3 stars on that attack, which leaves us at 28 out of 30, which is funny, because on the 10 on 10s, we literally have never gotten 29 stars. We've gotten 28 like 4 times, but we've never gotten 29, which is kind of funny. But, you know, we almost, actually on 4 we almost got the 3-star, but we didn't quite. But yeah, they got 25, we got 28. A pretty convincing win right there when you're talking ratios. But honestly, they still used 3 more attacks than us, and yet we still won, which proves they have more people, but the people that we have can, like, have more skill and planning. But yeah, that about does it for this war. I'm pretty satisfied with it overall. Just A, the outcome of being a victory, and just B, the fact that I feel like I'm definitely learning and getting better at really all strategies, like air attacks, at ground attacks, because both of those were learning / I have learned experiences. That sound kind of weird. But anyway, so that about does it for this war. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I hope to see you in the next video.